Many of them have either cared for their parents when they were dying with AIDS, or they saw their parents hacked into pieces by the rebels. We have some of the children who were actually abducted and were made into child soldiers. Many of them ate maybe once every 3 days.
My father died when I was only 3 years. The LRA rebel came and killed him when we were in the house. And for me also, they took me too when I was still 3 years old. I stayed in the bush. I reached 5 years old when I was still in the bush. And those rebels keep on mistreating us. And some of the people we went with, they make me even to kill one person, my friends. And I was not willingly to do that. One day when we were going for fetching water, I was now 6 years old. I escaped. I came back again and the rebel came back and took me again to the bush. And they say, "You young girl, if you keep on escaping from here, we are going to kill you." I said, "God, why is all this thing happening to me? Why don't you now just take my life?"
In northern Uganda, there was an estimated 35,000 children that were abducted during the course of the conflict. And these children were forced to do incredibly brutal, horrific things, including killing their own parents.
I was just told that your parents have been killed by LRA rebels, and my uncle was killed also. He was cut into pieces. They did not begin with from the neck here. They began from the leg going upwards. So it was very painful. They took me to the bush. If you try to resist, they can kill you and leave you there.
We never had Africa as a place to visit. We really hadn't gone hardly any places. We were pretty much stay-at-home people. I think on an anniversary we went to New Zealand. This was definitely something that was not normal for us.
I sat on the bed under a mosquito net and I just cried because everything was so different. Everything was different.
They took us to the location and said, "Here's some orphan kids. They're just barely being taken care of. We'd like you to meet them."
They had rags on, big holes, not just little holes. I mean, big holes where they'd tie a hole together, you know, one side to the other side. Maybe 3 or 4 kids would eat from one plate when they got to eat. When the kids got sick, they were told that they had demons, and so they would get prayed for and they had to fast for 3 days.
I think we left a few dollars to buy them a bag of beans so that it might help them out. So something very, very small.
And we kept visiting these children not knowing that we were considered their sponsors.
I told Carol, we don't do orphans. We don't do orphans. We just can't take on an endeavor that is so ongoing like that.
The Lord's Resistance Army was just 2 miles away, and they would abduct people to carry what they had stolen.
And they were asking those people from that area, "How about those kids? How many of them are there? How many are boys? What are their ages? How many are girls?" And they were scoping it out, and so it was obvious to us they planned to come and abduct them.
Oh, we were sick. We immediately that day arranged for transportation for them to go, for a truck to go out. They wouldn't let us go because it was too dangerous. So they sent some of the locals out with the truck, and we told the children, "Just come, you can bring one thing, and just come."
We came with a truck, we parked it there at the courtyard, and everybody was very happy and they joined in. They began to sing the song of joy, even though they were desperate and they didn't know the condition under which they would lead after living here.
We contacted a local school and said, "Can we make a couple of your classrooms into bedrooms so that you become a boarding school and these kids have a place to sleep?" And so now we had 3 months to build houses to house 78 kids, and we hadn't done anything.
They moved in with the paint wet. We put out radio announcements and asked for women who would like to be mothers to these children and widows.
So everything is provided to us. That is why it can make me happy and I can enjoy school. I can forget all those problems that I went through.
Education is the key for these kids and giving them a skill.
Taking why they are negative becomes
It's you realize this isn't just a little thing that's nice to do. I mean, for these children, it's some life and death. It's whether they're going to make it or not. We have some children, terrible things were done to them, and to see that maybe they can make it, maybe they'll make it.
I came in under aggravated murder. This is basically natural life, so that means that I'm not getting out.
I heard about the kids when I came down to chapel on a Saturday, and just watching the slides and seeing the kids is like, it touches you. Being in prison, we all want another chance. We know what it's like to make a mistake and want that, somebody to believe in us and to help us. And to see those kids out there, they didn't do nothing wrong. And to be able to give them a second chance is a lot.
I've always been blown away by their abilities and the tremendous talent and skill and intelligence that a lot of these men have. And once they're clean and sober and applying themselves to something constructive, that they can just turn out some of the most astounding things that you ever saw.
To sit down here and be able to draw for them it's a privilege. It's really helped my life to be able to donate my stuff and my time, and it makes me a better person, to give back to the community. We're doing our part to help the world out. Even it might be a little part, at least we're trying.
It puts our lives into perspective, and we get to feeling sorry for ourselves. But man, they really have a lot worse than us, And they're like, amazed that people would even do that for them, and we're like, how could we not, It's a chance for us to pay forward a little bit, and even being in prison, we still want to do positive stuff.
And when the kids say thank you to us, I almost feel kind of guilty, because man, those kids, they've done a lot more for me than I've done for them.
It kind of brings us a sense of unity, belonging, a sense of fulfillment. I'm not just sitting here wasting my time. That I'm not limited behind these bars or the stigma of what people might conceive of us.
These people in prison are our brothers and sisters, and they're people. And now they're trying to pay back to society something that they had taken away. And it's pretty touching when you hear some of their stories. They're desperate too. So it gives them an avenue for loving.
Go, 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 Gorillas!
Jules, kick it. Good job.
When you miss some of those birthdays, you miss special times, you miss the soccer games, all those things that are part of life, and we realize you miss them, and we never get them back. Those days are gone. Well, that's one of the things that when you say, well, you need to count the costs of what you're doing, that's one of the costs that we feel is really there.
Well, I wish they were here, but I know, they have to take care of the orphans. They're taking care of other kids, and we kind of need them, but we don't really need them. They need them more than I do, and more than my family does.
I think I probably won't come home until I don't have any plans to come home. I mean, how can you leave those children? It's my life.